What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolfbrother Mythos, and this is Wolfbrother Hobbies. Welcome to tonight's show. And as always, I am joined with a phenomenal artist and, of course, one of the great hobby instructors via YouTube tutorials on the entire East Coast.
Thank you.
It is Brother Rob from the TMP.
Miniatures Paintbrush. Thank you. How's it going, everyone?
Hope you are
Hey,
all
Mr.
doing well.
Fish. How you doing?
Mr. Fish. Is it
Happy.
all? You're right. Happy freaking Friday indeed.
Mhm.
It is newly always on starting this early. This is our new time from 7 to 9 Central. I guess your time would be 5
o'clock.
to 7. Yeah.
Oh, his time.
For Mr. Fish.
Oh, right.
He's on the opposite coast.
Yes.
And friendly neighborhood inquisitor, hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. So, yes, this is our new time slot. Just allows our schedules to sync up a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely.
And the dimmer this light gets, the fuzzier my resolution gets. I really need to fix this light.
It happens.
How are you doing tonight, Brother Rob?
All right. I'm actually really well. I'm happy for the weekend. It's exciting. I'm traveling in the morning. I'm gonna get an inspection for my car, and then I'm gonna have D&D on Friday. Saturday night, Sunday. Sorry,
Ooh,
Sunday night. I got it right now.
D&D weekend.
Oh yeah,
Very nice.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. I've been painting up some things really quickly
Ooh.
for the tabletop. Just throwing paint on stuff and letting it go because it's D&D. So I really don't I don't put ultra smooth blends on stuff. I was just having some fun.
Is that what the creepy things you were painting the other night were for?
Yeah, that's right. I painted up some spiders, which they came out pretty spooky. Yeah, and I was just sloshing paint around. Really,
I mean, pretty spooky. I definitely think undersells it. You know, if you put that on my desk when I come back from my coffee break, I'm spilling that coffee all over myself. Let me tell you. Speaking of coffee, Amore Eterno,
Oh wow,
my love.
my eternal love.
Could you bring my coffee? I left it in the fridge. In the fridge. Thank you, gorgeous.
Little Italian there, huh?
A little bit.
Nice.
So, that has been your hobby this week. Would you like me to? I know anyone who's seen your Facebook's probably seen it, but would you like me to show that picture on the air for our hobby share?
Sure, you can. Or I can bring them out. They're on the other side over here. Either way, I can definitely do that. So give me a minute, and I will get it right now.
Some primo hobby work from Brother Rob. You wait until you guys see this. If we have any fellow arachnophobes in the audience, you guys may be a little disquieted seeing these guys.
Apologize in advance for those that are.
Arachnophobe warning incoming.
All right. I guess you can see it right there. There's one, and these are 3D printed and plenty of layer lines and all this other stuff. And I just slapped some paint on them. Way to go, man.
I mean, those are so good. Honestly, if you put that in like a terrarium, I'd believe it. I'd be waiting for it to move.
They're the three. They're going to come in as I'm running my campaign.
So here's the weird thing. Here's the weird thing is that even though I'm arachnophobic, I'm also fascinated by them. That's why I love like cheesy spider movies and stuff like that. Like, yeah. So when I go to the pet store, I love to just stare at the big pet spiders that are like hand sized and, you know, like
tarantulas are nice.
Yes.
They're all fuzz cuties. I mean, if they wanted to bite you, they'll push your skin and like the claws are huge. So it's going to hurt like heck, but it won't be poisonous. Most you're going to get is just like a really bad bee sting, I guess. Maybe not even. Maybe that the insertion will be larger, but you won't. I don't know. I've never been bitten by a spider. I'm only conjecture here. I don't know. I can imagine. Have you ever been bitten by a spider, sir?
Not that I was awake for,
Oh,
but I did used to live in a trailer like next to a really heavily wooded area,
mhm.
and I woke up with a spider bite like right at my solar plexus,
Oh my goodness.
and it turned out to be a recluse bite, and I am talking just like
Ooh.
stuff oozing, just like so the decay
Mm,
was so gross. Like I could literally when I would have to clean it out, I'd go in there and have to like, do the gauze dab and stuff like that. But I would get
mhm.
impatient and do what the doctor told me not to do and kind of start doing
Squeeze.
the
Yeah,
squeeze,
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh man, it's just so grossy and like your liquefied flesh coming out. Ugh. So
I didn't know it was a Nurgle show.
right. So ever since then, like I've always been squeamish of spiders, but that definitely had me like extra like arachnophobic for a long time.
I can imagine. That's tough. That's a tough scenario right there.
Oh yeah, leave that on the pillow and get a free night on the couch. Oh man.
I showed my wife. She loves it. And then she asked the question, is that for our campaign? And I said, what?
Is that for what?
Who? What? What?
That was awesome.
What you talking about?
That's why I wasn't sure we should share if you wanted to share those because I know
Yeah.
sometimes some people may watch the show, so I was like, I don't want to give away too many secrets.
Oh no, it's fine. If they're watching, well, kudos. You have the heads up now. So there's that. It's all in good fun.
So,
Uh,
any other thing? Any other progress? Anything else you worked on this week, brother?
yes, actually. So since I've had the AOS game, which my wife won by 1 point with the Flesh
Ooh,
Eater Courts versus the Seraphon, I had a new salon, and it's the first time ever I've ever played a gray mini on a table. I did it. I did it. It was for my birthday. It was my birthday game, and I had to see. I had a Seraphon army without a Slan, and that's sort of like not taking Bjorn the Fell-Handed in your Space Wolves list. What are you doing?
exactly, exactly.
So yeah, exactly. So I finally got it and I played it, and it was a really close match. It was a great outcome. 1 point difference. It was so close with the objectives. So
Those super close games are always the most satisfying.
yeah. So I built that. I built a Bastillodon, and and I'm starting to paint the Slan, although it's on the back burner. I'm just space wolf minded. I'm just got a little tired of painting blue. All the figures. How many is that? 70? That was a lot. So I got a little burnt out. So I needed a different color palette so I can hit back again. So that's what I've been doing right now. But once I get back into it, it's going to be full force. Hey there, Pepper Books Club. I do not know this person. It seems like a cool person. Hello.
Yeah. Good to see you, Prepper. Charles says, with the heat, we got a few of those creepy crawlies hiding in the house. Oof.
Huntsman. Oh. They're supposed to be friendly to humans, but they're creepy.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are. Oh, man. Happy freaking Friday, says X Gear Commander. We got Gamesburger in the house, says,
Right.
hey, Gems, happy Friday. Good to see you all. Good to see you all indeed.
Yeah.
Myself, I'm going to do the thing I always do that never works. But one day it'll work. But I have been putting off the weathering because I was like, okay, I wasn't going to weather these guys because I was like, I'm just doing these on the blood claws. And then it turned into, I'm just doing these guys on the blood claws and the termies. And then I was putting my, my gray hunters next to them. And I was like, okay, they just seeing them unchipped and unweathered next to the termies and the blood claws. I was like, okay, well now I need to make them match.
Yeah, that's right.
Even though my Ragnar and my Bjorn are not chipped or anything like that, but
I mean, you could
yes.
still chip it, maybe.
So first squad of 5 gray hunters / intercessors is done, and
I love that face, man. You did a really
Thank
good
you.
job. Yeah.
As I think one of my favorite faces so far. So I'm really pleased. I, in addition to the method you showed me, instead of starting from a black base coat from just some of the things I've been seeing from, I think it was El Miniaturista, I started with a
Mhm.
purple undercoat,
Nice.
and then I worked a really, really, really light purple, very thin purple wash into the recesses,
Mhm.
and then did the kind of spray from above and what.
Yeah, Zenithal.
So um,
Nice.
yeah, so that was so it's like I did the base, or I did purple, and then my base coat with the AKA I'm in a Monument Hobbies Shadow Flesh, and then I did the light purple wash, and then I did the Zenithal with um, whatever my other skin tone is that I just had here. Okay, well, it'll go undefined for the moment. But yeah, so with the next, oh wait, here it is, with tan flesh.
Nice.
So yeah, I really enjoyed the result. What was that spider? It is a 3D printed spider for his campaign. Do you happen to know what kind of spider that is? Kind of.
Uh, I got it from, what was it? It's not my mini factory. No, it was one of those 3D online printing places. It's no. Hold on, I'll get you. It's a second.
The big things kind of
Cult,
remind. I'm sorry.
Cults 3D. It was
Okay.
on Cults 3D. I don't know the artist, but I can look that up for you, and maybe I can get that. So you can get the file.
The massive. Uh, I can't remember what they're called, but the meaty parts around the fangs, sclera.
Yeah,
I'm not
made
good at
them.
it, but
That
yeah,
was nice. Little
um,
ink.
that kind of reminds me of the frost spiders from Skyrim.
Oh yes, those things were creepy, and
Mhm.
that's what I was going for. I wanted a creepy vibe like that. Yeah, so I mean, I hit the nail on the head then. If that's the way he's coming through.
Very nice, very nice.
Nice.
So I
Thank
just
you.
need to base these hunters, and then I think
Mhm.
I may do a character or two before I move on to the next five. But first squad of five are done for my great hunters.
Nice.
Um,
That is so nice.
and yeah, I think doing some characters will be a nice little reprieve.
So I have a
Uh,
question, a bit of a dilemma, right? So I have 2 units of head takers, right? But
mhm.
I have a box of head takers as well. Now, do I do that as a separate video? That's the question. Do I make different content with that other box since it's a new box? Open a box and start a box, finish a box, done. Or that should be the tutorial. And this should be more like, I don't know, finishing the army box. I don't know. You think,
Uh,
should I do 3 units of head takers or should I just do two for now? Is the big question, I guess.
I think it could go either way. Like, I don't know if you're the type to. I know, like with some of your things, of course, you don't usually trip too much about consistency, right?
No, I mean,
So if you did them in separate batches, then it would be
it's
a
if
negligible
it,
difference.
I think if it was my only army, then I'd care more about that.
Mhm.
But since like I have too much to paint. Like I'm just having fun and trying to get better.
That's fair.
So
Yeah, I mean, might as well make it its own thing then. Yeah,
right, yeah.
I think that's good thinking.
It's fun that way for me, and that's just my fun.
I gotta say, I have to just. I always harp on how much I love and this. I am not sponsored. AK doesn't know who I am, but I really love the AK Ultra Matte Varnish. It is such a brilliant unifier. There's so many times when I'm doing this chipping process where I think, okay, now Mythos, you've done the most and you've done a bit too much, and I do have a problem with this weathering stage of doing more than I think I need, um, but it stands out so much when I'm doing it. But then when I put down this ultra matte varnish, it is such a great unifier that without changing any color or hue, like some people they'll do like an agrax or null oil to tie everything together.
Right.
This with just texture does such a great job of tying everything together without shifting your colors. It is such a beautiful tool. I really love the AK Ultra Matte Varnish.
Yeah. Yep. Does a really good job. I mean, before that, what I'd done to get it through the airbrush is I took Tester's dull coat and I sprayed it into a bottle in the liquid form so I can gas it all out and then throw that through an airbrush and just take paint thinner through the airbrush to clean it. And it has crazy effects. That was before AK came out, but now it's solely the ultra matte varnish. It's really a better product.
If any of you want to know how you can decant some of your
Oh, I have a video, yeah.
things like dull coats or any other types of varnishes into an airbrush ready form, you can check out his video over on the Miniatures Paintbrush. Hey, and as we're talking about it, Nightbot decided to plug the channel, so you can go check out
Thank you.
that channel for tutorials right there. Thank you, Nightbot.
Yeah, I think, what was it? On Warhammer Weekly, that one actually got one of the pick of the weeks. And yeah, it was on Warhammer Weekly, that one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I use a mix of washes that Peachy shared on one of his videos, and it makes all of them look amazing. Very nice. Yeah, I know using washes to be a great unifier definitely is also a great tool. And that I do that sometimes, like with my custodies and stuff like that, where I don't mind a shift in color because I'm going for a more heavy weather. But in this case, just where I want the colors to be what they are, I don't want any shift in color, especially with like the white pauldron and stuff like that. Yeah, that's where I think going with the Ultramat is a great mix. But definitely, and Peachy's formula is really good too. I noticed that same formula Peachy uses also is one of those that Sonic Sledgehammer and Mediocre Hobbies also use as well. So it's really cool stuff. All right. Other hobby updates. This one is hobby adjacent, so more of a book club kind of thing. But one of my favorite authors and one of my favorite book series, which is The Dresden Files by Jim Butcher, released his newest book, 12 Months, and I'm about a third of the way through that right now. And it is so good. Actually, I think I'm a little more than a third of the way. I'm on chapter 40, I think.
Nice.
But it's so good. It is definitely like, it is compared to his last few books, which were all leading up to a big thing. And then in the very last one, big thing happened. This is kind of recovery from that massive thing. And so it's a little more of a slow burn, but it's still good. And it definitely some time needed to happen to address some of the things that happened in the last book. So I'm enjoying that a lot. If anyone's not familiar with the series by Jim Butcher, it is a modern day story of supernatural things. Harry Dresden, for which the Dresden Files are named, is a wizard in the modern world that deals with supernatural threats. And he went from being, a low-level guy who ran his wizarding business, like a detective agency, where people would bring supernatural issues to him and he'd take on a case and solve said case. But then along the way, a series of things happens throughout the series to where he gets more and more powerful. And well, he's now doing things that are like affect the city or sometimes saves the world. And he's no longer just this mild-mannered case solver, but it's a really good series, and I'm enjoying the newest book of the series so far. The newest book is called 12 Months. And so, yeah, ostensibly, from what I can tell so far, 12 months as in the 1 year marking after the big thing that happened in the last book. And yeah, so, and all the things that happen as a direct effect of the big thing and just kind of the aftermath. So it's like the TV series, very, very, very loosely. Like they definitely took a lot of creative liberties with the series. So it's like the basic idea of the thing
Mhm.
and the name are kind of really the things, but it's very divergent.
I've been reading Mel Robbins' Let Them. That's what I started. Seems
Let
like a
them.
good book. Yeah, yeah, it's
Okay.
supposed to be like a self-help book, and try to not control things that are out of my control, and just let it happen. Somebody cut you off. I mean, let them. What's the biggest thing that can happen? Now that person doesn't tee you off or have any power on top of you. So, I mean, over you. So, I think it's a good book. It's pretty good. I recommend it.
That sounds both good and necessary. Yeah, and like I try and do some self reflection and not get attached to unnecessary emotions when things like that happen.
It's tough
Uh,
stuff.
you get cut off. You're like, woosah, woosah.
Right? Oh
But
my god.
I'm trying to work on myself. But you know what? Not that I mind the chill music, but I want my grim dark. There
So
we go.
I'm currently looking through all my downloads from Cults 3D, and I cannot see where I got those spiders to give the person credit for making them. And I've downloaded a lot of things. I make all my terrain for my D&D campaign. So it's fun. I have a lot of oh my gosh, I have a lot of terrain. It's insane. Okay. Shelves and shelves and shelves full. I mean, Freak said it earlier to me. He's like, you should either consider selling or opening a store. It's one or the other. I say you ain't lying.
I like that meme you sent me earlier. There's a meme. I forgot who. I could probably look that up real quick. Who had it? But somebody. I just saw your message. Yes, we are live tonight.
I was like, because I was like, I haven't heard from you, and I was like, I haven't seen anything. But then I didn't go on where I was supposed to went on anyway. Sorry about that.
That's all good, man. Mike's House of Monsters is the meme he sent me earlier on Facebook. He said me when I had something new to my collection, and
that is.
It was
Indiana
the scene
Jones.
from Indiana Jones in the warehouse full of things. Exactly. I was like, that's so fitting.
Yeah, it is.
That is the size of your collection.
It's this really, really cool thing. It'll be buried under boxes. So mean.
Oh,
that is so mean.
It's legit.
Yeah, we've known each other long enough. He can contest. All right. 32 millimeter spiders. Let me see if I can find this. All right. Anything you want to transition to next?
Yeah.
What's on the web or what we've been up to in the web? Or
I have a couple of picks for art of the week that I am going to draw upon. It's an
editor cap, and I need that. Oh my gosh, I really should get a resin.
No.
You still 3D print?
I haven't in months because I'm having an issue where stuff is sticking to
The FEP.
Yeah, my FEP, and I never fixed it after the last time.
Is that a big issue? Does it happen often?
Once you get your settings set, not usually. However, I put in a new FEP, and I think I just didn't get the tension right. And so I think that's causing my current issues.
I gotta wait until they're not so finicky.
Streamlabs, I do not want you to open up. I do not want you to run.
So I'm looking up 3D spiders on Cults 3D, and I do not see them anymore. But no, I gotta get 28 millimeter, right? Yeah, no, I don't see them. Wait.
Yep, did you find it?
I might have. Let me see. They are not the same. D&D Pathfinder. No, I need giant. Oh,
Okay, let's go to articles and art. Replace screen sharing.
no, they don't. They don't have it on cults anymore. Unfortunately, I have the file.
There we go.
Wait.
Did you find it?
Ooh, I did not. They no longer have it on cults, but I do have the file.
Anybody who's interested, hit him up. Walkabout, good to see you, my friend. And Darklight Dreamer. Hey there, my brother. What'd you miss?
Well,
Not much. We are just showing off the things that we painted recently.
Mhm.
Some very creepy spiders for Brother Rob. And aside from basing, I finished up my first unit of 5 Grey Hunters, except for the basing. So I do need to slap down some of that basing paint either tonight or tomorrow. But we were doing that. And Rob talked a little bit about a game he played of AOS with his lovely wife.
So much fun. I already painted the frog green. Just the base coat. Just the base coat.
It's not easy being green.
I know. Although my army is really magenta and almost Superman rich blue. Like it's a rich blue, so it's an interesting color span. I want them to be star host, so they're from the stars, like their imagination. They're supposed to be magical. Have them like almost glimmering on all their shells. It was a fun exercise. I like to push myself when it comes to painting. We're just see. Here's the thing. I just looked on Cults 3D where I originally got them, and they're no longer on Cults 3D. So I mean, hit me up, artist. I will give you anything. But I would like to share this with my friends. They are really cool giant spiders, and they work perfectly for D&D. Um, or if you want to use some Tyranid stats, I don't know.
I wonder if you could convert up some goblins to ride on top for AOS spider riders.
I'm sure I could. Yeah, I'm sure I could. But the goblins, I would think, since I have a FEP printer, PDF, no, PLA printer. That's what it is. I have a PLA printer, not resin. So you see layer lines. I mean, you don't really see it here because I stuffed paint between. Like, I really jammed paint in between the layers to get rid of some of them.
I'm going to be honest with you, because I'm tired of dealing with the print screen and the FEP and stuff like that. I'm thinking about jumping over to.
They have their fair share of problems too, though.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
I mean, right now my tip is kind of stuck, and I have to clean it out. But
is it just the tip?
Yeah, it's hot.
And
over 200 degrees, I think.
Lots of love for your spiders in the chat. Darklight, as a fellow Justin fan, Jim Butcher released a new Justin Files book called 12 Months, and I'm about a third of the way. I know you're not caught up to the previous book yet, but the newest one is pretty good. So just letting you know that I've started on it, and I think you're going to like it. Could you hold up like a marine or something to compare the size of your spider?
Let me gather a marine. Do I have a marine that I didn't take downstairs? I'll be right back.
FDMs are getting better and better. They are indeed. I have a couple of channels I follow that one of the things they do is just use nothing but FDM to print Warhammer stuff. And, one of them is his Space Bears project. I think he calls his Space Bears the Ursus, the chapter, he calls them the Ursus Majors or something like that. Very cool. But yeah, like he does all of his like regular Space Marine printing on FDM, and it looks great. Now, of course, he's very good at it, and he spent a time on testing different brands, different settings. Kraken Blood is good so far. Good. Oh, thanks for letting me know. I might get the print version, though, as my audiobook narrator is a bit overly dramatic for my taste. Man, I had that when I was listening to um, the Harry Potter series. I I don't agree with the Harry Potter author, and so on some things, and so instead of giving her money, I just chose to listen to some of the YouTube covers of the books, and most of them were good. But every once in a while, I couldn't get one of the good narrators to read one of the books in the series, and so there was a couple of Harry Potter books that I was like, oh, I have to put up with this voice for 12 hours or whatever. Ugh. I put my gobbies on my wargs, light cavalry support for my orcs. That is cool. Oh man, I have a couple of those just around my monitor. I apologize, but I'm going to get up for just a second to show you. I have back from 6th edition or something like that, but it was sent to me in 7th edition. These goblin, they're wolves from the Goblin Warg Riders from old school Warhammer Fantasy that somebody converted up. Because some of you may know, but in all of Warhammer, Thunderwolf Cavalry are my favorite miniatures ever. And somebody converted up a trio of these Space Marines, riding the Goblin Wargs from Warhammer Fantasy as smaller Thunderwolf Cavalry, and sent them to me. Like this was in 7th edition that they sent them to me, and it's so cool. Although it's definitely, more the same scale as Fenrisian Wolf, but it was neat that somebody did that for me and sent them up. So it was cool. But I keep those on my desk because I think they're neat, even though, and in friendly games, I'll put them on, the proper size base and stuff like that when I want to go full Thunderwolves. I have 12 Thunderwolves, and if I ever wanted to do like the full, well, these 3 would put me up to 15. I could just do a whole mess with Thunderwolves. But like I said, it was a neat conversion someone did for me. And I've got 3 of those. These are done with, this conversion is done with the very first Mark IV armors from the Betrayal of Calth, I think. And so you've got the much smaller, like 30K style Power Fist. And I'm not sure where they got these tiny shields from. I think they came with the wargs too, but they seemed kind of like that Viking shield aesthetic, which I thought was neat.
Alrighty. For a couple examples in case you need it.
I need to get fully caught up with Dresden. I always fall off around the time everything changes in the series. I think during the Heist in Hades Vault or some such. That is a good book. But definitely so much changes for like I was mentioning before. It's so much changes going from a small time like, I'm a wizard who solves cases to the big world affecting stuff that happens later on. It is such a big shift in the genre, in the series, that it can make it understandable that someone would fall off around there.
Alrighty, so here's some comparison to a Tau. That's good.
Timmy the Tau.
No, Timmy's over here.
Oh, okay.
I should have taken Timmy. I don't know. There's Timmy. That's the original concept of the Tau, which fell on the floor. There it is.
Timmy, no.
I'll do it with a nice little battle suit. There it is with a battle suit. Hey, buddy.
Very cool.
Why? I wonder if I could do it this way. It'd be easier. Probably not. I don't know, knowing my luck. Let me see. I guess. Actually, it feels a little more
that is frightening that if that spider reared up on its hind legs, it would be bigger than a Tau battle suit.
There you go.
And there's a Space Marine to Terminator armor. Dark Light.
Yep.
If I were Timmy,
Yeah.
I would be absolutely terrified. Hell
Timmy
yeah.
should be terrified. I mean, that's some stuff.
Yeah, Timmy didn't fall out of your hands. Timmy threw himself out of your hands to get away from the spider.
I gotta get back to my Dark Angels one of these days. Raziel, I think. Azrael. One of the Watchers in the Dark. Who goes me 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 me? That's how they talk. In my mind, that's how they talk. Anyway.
Okay, so you say Watchers in the Dark go meep, just like Beaker, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. One of the memes my wife hates that I absolutely love is somebody did a cosplay of Beaker, and Doctor Who fans out there will be only Doctor Who fans will understand this, but it was a cosplay of Beaker, all grayed out like in stone colors and textured, and as a meeping angel. And I love that meme so much. And anyways, so you have a Watcher that meeps. So he's Beaker, and he's in the Dark Angel, so he is a meeping angel.
That's right.
And I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
Oh, goodness.
That spider could literally wrap its limbs around that power suit. Yes, it definitely could. Running Bear says, "Hey, ain't no Tims in the town."
Timmer.
Hey, love. Where did Rob say he got those spiders? Nowhere. Lily asked, "Where did Rob get those spiders?"
I mean, I have the file. I'm trying to find the artist.
He says he doesn't have the file.
I do have the file.
He says he doesn't have the file.
You want me to paint some up for you? Really, it'll be my gift for you. Happy future birthday.
If you want to figure out your opponent, have some of your Space Marines show up with the spiders on leashes. Oh, freak out if you want to freak your opponent out. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I would think that would go well with Slanesh plans.
That would be pretty interesting. Darklight says, small look into my DM notes, but I have this cool quest plan for a future campaign that culminates in the party having to fight a Lolth corrupted dragon like it's a living spider. Is the couch comfy? It is, actually. It is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of voluntary naps that happen there. Or some involuntary naps, but that's not because like I'm put on there. It's just you sit down for one reason or another, and next thing you know, you're picking up. Yep. All right. First art of the week. Oh man, that was like 10 minutes ago. I'm so easily distracted.
Fun conversation. That's all.
That's right. That's right. We're just engaging in conversation. Okay. I apologize to both of these creators because I am terrible at saying names. The size of the spider is like in the movie 8-Legged Freaks. True.
Yeah.
Living spider nest. Sorry, I cut off that last word. Ugh. So just giant spiders running off of the back of that dragon like it's a giant wolf spider. Ugh. Okay, the first one is Thomas Menudeer.
That sounds right.
I keep seeing Menudo.
No. That's totally different.
I would totally.
Wow, look at those
right now.
reds.
So yeah,
Ooh.
so the Blood Angels is what drew me to this person's channel. Oh, also this person is also a miniature painter and guitarist. So
yes.
I'd like to hear some of their work sometime. But they're Blood Angels for sure. Look at this.
That's nice.
That is some deep reds. Also, it's interesting. I don't know if this is their Death Company, or if they're just doing all of their Blood Angels in black and red. But doing the armor black makes the red pop and strike. So much more striking. But
Yes.
also just like the transition from the darker reds to the brighter reds is just chef's kiss.
His non-oil skills are like next level. He's using it to blend the colors. That's
Menodie is
crazy.
like Gamesburg says. Menodie.
And I love the colors, all the black uniform with all the white.
Hmm.
Um, highlights are amazing. That is not
Yeah,
easy.
they have some super fine edge highlighting.
They do.
Very, very thin, and more importantly, very even.
Yes. Yes, it's tough to do. It really is tough to do. And that's why I say I love it, because if I say it enough times, it's actually going to be true.
I took the easy way with spiders. I just went to a Halloween store and bought a lot of spiders, all
Nice.
sizes, all colors. That's so cool.
Nice. Yeah, but I mean, I'm a miniature painter, so I enjoy this stuff. I like painting my stuff. I love my miniatures. Plus, it was a great challenge. That was fun, and it was quick. Like I just literally slapped paint on it. Like I was like, whatever, and it turned out really nice.
Well, those the depth of that color, the way you built it up, doesn't look like it's slapped on there. It looks like you did very carefully did some nice blending.
You got to see the video when I post it.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
yeah, no, I because I had a positive response. I said, you know what? Maybe I should record the process. And I'm telling you, I only stopped the camera for the base coat because I had a base coat the entire thing in Steel Legion drab, and then let it dry. And then everything else, I just let the camera roll in
That's
live
awesome.
time. And it was like under 10, I think it was under 10 minutes. I don't know. Just, it was quick
That's
and
awesome.
fun. It was fun because I got the results really quickly. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Paint really well, really fast. Because
It
if I can do that, then people commission me to build an entire army, and I'll be like, yeah, no problem.
it's that kind of balance where
Yeah.
you're getting the amazing results you want and you're getting the speed you want.
Uh,
That is like where I want to be. Like,
it's like that meme where they're dancing in the guys dancing in the blue light, like that's exactly it right there. If you know, you know.
that's such a good meme. I'd never heard that song before, and it's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
It's an anthem.
One other call out I wanted to make on this miniature here is that while the most obvious and beautiful blend is the reds, look at
Mm-hmm.
the. I wanted to point out the subtlety of the way the hazard stripes on the sword go from like a
Mm-hmm.
really bright, like flash gets kind of yellow,
Orange. Yeah.
yeah, down to that nice orangey shadow. It's really
Mhm.
nice.
He got it looks like is that a secondary light glow or that he got some of that orange paint on the silver? I think it's a
I
reflection.
I was just wondering the same. Like that is a nice reflection, or is that a misstroke? I don't know. It looks like a reflection.
I want it to be secondary lighting, but it doesn't seem to be glowing anywhere else.
Oh yeah, it would definitely be more of like a reflection of the metallic
Yeah,
than
it's not on
glow.
fire, but it's really good. I mean, I can see that either I don't know if you got a wet blend or airbrush, but it's really nice. But I can tell that those stripes look a little too perfect. I think they're tape. Like you put tape in the middle and then you do the
Yeah,
airbrushing,
the
maybe?
masking. Yeah.
Yeah, the masking because they look perfect, right? They look
Oh, for
unreal,
sure.
unless they have a real hand like that. But I mean, if I were to approach it, I'd definitely do the tape. That's for sure. I'll make my life easier.
I definitely going to be and I've this is one of those things where I'll be painting to improve his skill is doing hazard stripes on my Iron Warriors because I
Heck
have
yeah.
had like you've seen with my white scars, I have
Yeah.
had some mixed results in success do masking off shapes and designs. So I don't have a very good track record with masking like swords and stuff like that. But
Right.
I obviously Iron Warriors I want to do some hazard stripes. So that'll be that'll be one of those painting boldly um,
Yeah.
experiments.
I mean, you
Uh,
fail at 100% of the things you don't try.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
If I wanted to be a negative Nancy, I could be like, and I fail at 100% of the things I do try.
I mean, that's not true. You're breathing on it. That works.
Uh, this Eldar here. Wait, is this moving along? Am I
Yeah, look
still
at that
okay? There we go.
sword. It's just glowing, especially
Yes,
because
he definitely
um,
has a good flame sword
the
or flame
model
sword.
is cool and the sword sticking out. However, the only thing I'd have to say about this is that usually you have the attention you want drawn to the face, and this one, like the sword, draws the attention away from the face, especially because it's pointed outwards. But like I noticed the sword a lot more than I noticed the whole miniature, if that makes any sense.
That,
I
I mean,
mean, it's all beautiful, but
that's fair. And it being a whip, it'll be
yeah.
interesting on
Oh
what
yeah, it
to
doesn't
see
have a
what.
head. I don't see it.
Yeah.
That's why.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the head.
Oh
If
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
something
yeah.
that's complementary that'll tie the sword to the face, like if
Right, like a triangle. That would be perfect.
yeah, like a,
Yeah,
a plume maybe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That would definitely bring it in. I just didn't notice it didn't have a head. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look as closely as possible. That thing is gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that same style. Oh man, look at that.
Oh, let's not let's not do the music.
I mean, sometimes the music really frames the miniature.
That's true. That's true.
Look at that banner. Bro, look at that
Oh
banner.
wow.
Yeah, holy cannoli. That's gorgeous.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. And if you have you seen the purity seals? They're gorgeous too. Did a great job with it. Really did.
Okay, now I'm a hater.
Look at it. It looks like stained
Oh
in
my
black. You
gosh.
see that? You see those purity seals and purity seals on top of purity seals? That's insane. But that banner is just stunning. Oh, all right. Something to work on. Freehand.
Also, the flame sword is also amazing.
Oh,
I was
absolutely.
so blown away by
It's
the wings
textured.
and the banner at first. I forgot to mention the sword, but
Oh no, no, you definitely see it's the brightest thing on the miniature. That is the fire. For sure. I
I think my eyes went to the wings first just because the pop of color frames the rest of the body.
oh, it's so nice. It's such a nice red.
That's one of the things we'll be talking about tonight.
Yes, we will. Oh, that's a brush blend. Nice. I can see it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you look at one side of the sword is a little on the bottom when it turns to the yellow,
Uh huh.
you could see the layers very, very lightly. It goes a little darker, a little darker, a little
Like right
darker, but
there?
you see the brush strokes. Yeah, you see the brush strokes?
Okay.
One,
Yeah, that
two,
is a
three,
well
four.
trained eye.
Yeah, because you try to I try to do it. So it's like I'm looking at it that way and I'm attempting the same thing. But you see how the bottom half is more orange on the bottom than it is for the top half. And airbrushes don't work like that. They just kind of coat the entire blade up to a level because it's a one shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see
Okay.
that it's a brush. Yeah. And he started with that purple before he hit the red because if you look at the node closer to the handle, um, it's that purple shadow, which is really great. But he did get some of that red paint on the gold in the middle. I like that. I like that it has its own touches, that it's not so perfect because then it's like, yeah, okay, if I trained a couple of if I put in 20, 30 hours, I think I could do this level and or can I, right? So that's the question. So you have to try it and see what happens. Then after a while, you just become a better painter.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I mean, just try it and see what happens. If it goes in a different direction, then you could always paint over it. Like, not a big deal. As long as you're not, chunking up your paint. If you're using GW's white for reasons. I don't know why anybody would. I think you need the other side of the brush to pink up the chonkers. That's that white from Games Workshop. I'm sorry, Games Workshop. Not sorry. Your white stinks. I'm sorry. Monument Hobbies is the way to go if you want some white.
I do love the Monument Hobbies white.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about the that touch of yellow on the silver hilt of the chainsword earlier.
Yeah.
And we were like, is that a secondary source lighting? Is that a reflection? Is that a
Yeah.
misstroke?
It's the same thing that's
And
happening here.
Charles says, um, it looks too good. It ain't a misstroke. It does
Okay.
look very intentional.
I was surprising there was no white on that blade because usually fire goes up to white. for that ultimate contrast. But
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't really need
it
it.
looked like they substituted the
Oh,
white for just a very pale yellow at the tip there.
yeah. I see that. But
But yeah,
usually they have like a white line strolling right in the middle, and then on the edges.
that's fair.
You didn't include that. That's an interesting choice.
When I do, I don't do the middle just because I don't like interrupting
Yeah,
the
that's
heat flow
it's
myself.
high risk, high reward kind of thing with the middle
Fair
because you
enough.
can
Yeah.
get it very wrong very quickly. Salute.
Here is a Blood
Laurel
Angels
Reed.
captain.
Oh, his greens and his golds. Oh, it's so rich.
Man,
Oh,
there's so much depth in those lenses.
oh my gosh, yes. So you got the black, you got the mid tone, you got the livery green. Oh, you got the white little dots on the side. There's so many colors.
Oh, couldn't be me.
What do you mean? That's fun. Look at the jewel on the eye. And so you got that black, you got the orange, red, and yellow for that just jewel on the forehead. So and the white dot. Oh, gotta
My
boop it.
the eye socket is where my brush control stops. Like I can color the sockets, but
It's just it's a little dot.
4 colors, no way, no way.
Dot. That's it.
That is more control than I have. Those
I
wings
mean,
are awesome. Agreed. The wings really pop nicely.
they really do. Not everybody gets those lenses on the first try. Even the good, like the very talented artists. Not all of them get it on the first try.
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying, like I was doing the helmets earlier today on my wolves,
Yeah.
and
The
like
eyes is tiny.
yeah, the filling in lenses is like the tip of my skill, just the tip.
Yeah.
Oh, put a love on that one. I think that's the one that made me come. And then this is the final piece from his page I wanted to show. First of all,
Look at the wings all over everything. Oh, my sanguineous.
yeah, the Sanguinor.
Sanguinor, that's right.
So
40 case Jesus.
it's funny because like I know I do stuff like this sometimes, but man, that is a commitment
That is.
to take a $40 HQ character and mount it on your tank as a piece of like flavor.
But look at it. I mean,
It looks so great though. It does.
So worth it. And I love that there's extra cannons all the way down.
Yeah, the Executioner is such a beautiful one. Actually, I don't think they're extra. This is all supposed to be there.
Yeah,
The Executioner main cannon, the assault cannon, the heavy bolters, the missiles.
He has the Blade Guard veteran shields.
Yes, all the heraldry.
Where did he get the wings, the smaller wings on the top of the lights? And all the skulls. Oh, it's so good. And on the cannon.
Yeah, I was about to say, and the tiny wings on the cannon.
It's just so good.
And then, of course, that beautifully rich transition from the super dark red to the very brightest red.
I'm gushing. That is amazing.
It is literally a breathtaking tank. Like,
oh yeah, and it's so much fun. Imagine seeing this across the table from you. Yeah.
Oh. I'm not worthy.
No, it's just to be an epic game. Talk about immersion. That'd be perfect immersion.
Or rather, the singular wing. Oh, the one that was on the shoulder of the last guy.
Oh yeah.
Let me go back and take a look. Is
that a cherub wing? Oh no, where's that? Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah. The captains tend to get
Chalice.
Yeah. It's super cool. Oh man, and there's more. That's the guy we already looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Oh, nice.
Am I just scrolling through? I like the sheer sword here.
Look at on the shield on the inside. There's like electric nodes. That is so cool. And yeah, that sword looks like it's glowing.
It's probably scalding his armor.
Probably, right? I don't know. Looks so cool. Yeah, man.
These different posts, probably. Oh, but this is what I was going for. This right here. Look at those screens and lenses, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And we all know Mythos likes a heat bloom.
Oh yeah, and you do that just like that too. You have a nice formula.
Oh, thank you, brother.
And the lenses, I can see how you do it. They're not that bad. You can do it. You can totally do lenses like that. But look, you have paint the whole thing black, then paint the whole thing the mid-tone green, and then take like a lime green and put it on the edge. then just put 2 little dots
Oh
of
yeah,
white. It's not
this
impossible.
yeah, it seems like just some
Yeah,
fine glazing,
and it
just
really is. Or wet blending. You can wet blend.
simple but well executed for sure.
Yeah, I love my wet blending. It's so much faster. Or you can glaze. It just takes so much longer to glaze.
But it really does make the effect of making it look glassy. Like they've
Oh,
really
absolutely.
nailed the effect.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you pull away, it totally looks like glass. It's pretty awesome.
Is this a separate tank, or is this before he mounted all those shields?
That look.
This is a separate tank, right?
I think it's a separate.
Yeah, this
tank.
is okay. This is a gladiator.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
separate tank. It's crazy to me that that's $100. Like that's supposed to be the Rhino, like the new Rhino. I'm expecting it to be less than Land Raider.
Oh,
And
the
it's
impulsor.
barely. Yeah.
Yeah, and doesn't hold nearly. It doesn't hold as many people as an impulsor or as a Rhino either. The
Right.
impulsor only holds 6.
Oh my gosh, why such an odd number?
Yes, it's for a 5-man squad plus an HQ.
Oh, okay.
That was everybody's. We used to only hold 5, but then the people were like, "Well, nobody took them because then you couldn't put an HQ with the unit, you know."
Right
And they were
on.
like, "Okay, well, you can have an HQ now."
I mean, have him ride the tank, right?
All right, so this person is linked below. It is Thomas. Let me look at Gamesburger's pronunciation.
Mendeler? Mendulier? Mendu.
Menudier.
Media.
Menodier.
We are chopping up your name. We're so sorry.
I apologize, Thomas. This is
Please comment down below and phonetically transcribe or call one of us and reprimand us.
Gamesburger has it phonetically. I've never been good at reading phonetics, though, so you know. All right, the next one we're going to go to is on Instagram, also in the description below. Let's see.
Somebody's going to win a Grammy.
So what?
No, I said Instagram. I said somebody's going to win a Grammy.
Boop. All right, this is Poleno.
Polaino. Polaino. Raul. Polaino miniatures. Raul. That's small. I can't see it.
Oh, apparently this person has been published in White Dwarf.
Nice. Ooh, look at that. Talk about contrast.
So this is the picture that I caught that lured me to their page. Holy crap. You guys know I love some synthwave. Look at the wings and that spear. Look at the glow on that golden armor.
That meme right next to it says it all.
Exactly. That is...
Ladrugalcier Lictor 2.0 has it going on there.
I am smitten with this man's art style right now.
Yeah. The wrist guns. I love the wrist guns. Gotta have the wrist guns.
Oh, yeah.
It's that purple. Look at the purple on the bottom. Oh, my gosh.
Like,
purple shadows.
This person probably just influenced how I will paint my Sanguinary Guard whenever I get to my Blood Angels. Like,
oh, you do have Blood Angels, huh?
Still, unbuilt, but I have some, yeah.
Okay. I know not to collect them. Thanks. Thank you. No, I appreciate something I don't have to collect.
I was just saying, I mean, we're both doing wolves, so, you know.
I mean, that's, yeah, no. Can't have the same armor.
You're like, never again. A jump pack smash cap. Oh my gosh, look at that shield. Look at that hammer. This person does some cool conversion as well.
It's like Skeletor before he became Skeletor.
Nobody knew the origin story was Skeletor started as a Blood Angel.
There it is. Until we meet again.
That was actually really good.
Come on, tell me that doesn't look like Skeletor a little. Oh, that's gorgeous. I like that red. When I do my Abaddon, it's got to be like that. Yeah, I gotta have to do the red glow in the inner helmet.
Also, the subtle undertones of the black there. It's got like a kind of purpley maroony vibe underneath the black, you know.
Yes. Yeah, it's the secondary shadows are gorgeous. And that eye, the horse's eye on the shoulder was really nice.
Yeah. And of course,
Oh,
the pink underglow, big fan of that.
yes. I love it. That's awesome. Non-metallic metal in the claws. Really nice.
That the colors on that one really pops. Was that the Golden Boy, or was that on the Skeletor one? Which one do you mean, Darklight? The Blade Guard veteran.
Oh, he has a space wolf. Yeah, you see, he did the white on the sword on that one.
Yep.
Yeah. That's very common.
I love I'm a big
Look
fan
at
of
the space wolf.
Dreadnoughts and the Leviathans.
I do like the Leviathans.
It was beautiful. Where's his wolf?
I was a, yeah. That looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
I like the scratches.
Like, yeah, the scratches are nice. Definitely
Oh,
more
you
of
see? He has a hatchet on the back and
yeah.
shield.
These bits
Yeah,
are
that's
from Grey
different.
Tide Studios.
Nice.
I've got the files for some of these bits.
Oh, cool.
That's actually some of these bits are what I was trying to print out whenever I got my printer stuck.
Oh no.
So I need to
I'm
fix
gonna
those.
wait. I'll wait till printers become like flawless things, like microwaves. Get one over at Walmart, and it'll work just fine.
Ooh, what is this from?
That is interesting. A Baneblade conversion.
That is cool.
That is cool. I'm a fan of Ghost in the Shell, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does
Spider.
look like the spider tanks and Ghost in the
Yeah, yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Said that during the previous one. Okay, so the Golden Boy, which is a Sanguinary Guard. Grey Knight.
Nice. I should start my green.
Look,
Yeah,
that hammer like literally looks
fire.
like it's like you just pulled it out of a forge.
Yeah. It's gonna melt on someone's face.
Oh man, that looks so cool. I like to watch some of the YouTube studios where they forge weapons like Man at Arms and stuff like that. Sometimes that
yeah.
really does look like something I might see on Man at Arms.
Nice. I'll tell you, when it comes to the Seraphon and AOS, they are demon hunters. They're against chaos. They are basically Grey Knights of AOS.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool. Sonic Wave says just started watching Ghost in the Shell SAC with the girlfriend.
Oh, I love the SAC. Yeah, it was. I wanted more.
Nice.
I wanted more.
That one is on my to watch list.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I like the Dark Crystal, but then I'm a Jim Henson Dark fan.
Nice. Oh, that's another thing on my watch list. For some reason, it didn't occur to me that a bunch of the shows that I was waiting for 2026 to get new episodes of. Well, it's we're into March, or almost into March now. So I started watching the new episodes of Fire Force this week.
Oh, nice.
And I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen with Darklight on Saturdays. So whenever he gets caught up to where I am, we'll be watching the new content together.
That's good.
Another one of his minis I wanted to call out is I painted up one of these guys, the Lord Solar. Yep. Yeah. And I really think the greens on his Lord Solar really pop beautifully.
It really does.
And he does the reflection on the power sword so beautifully as well.
It's really nice.
And then with all those, colors like, the reds and browns, the flowing red cape really just pops so nicely.
Oh, yeah. It's that deep red. He does really well, especially with that green contrast color. It looks amazing.
Yeah. A lot of depth to these colors, going from like really dark iterations of their color, the dark brown, red,
all that
the dark green, yeah, all the way to their brighter layers.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. I also like that he took the I think this is the top of like a Warhound Titan or something like that.
Oh, nice.
He just made it a complete rust bucket,
Yeah. Yeah, the base is all unicolored mostly.
Yeah, so it really lets these vibrant colors really stick out. Yeah. I like it.
That's nice.
Mythos saying my handle like he forgot who I am. Okay, so the YouTube changed on which names uh which names pop up, and so I don't I'm gonna be honest with you. I forget who Sonic Wave goes to. That started about a month ago. YouTube changed the ways that names started popping up, and I've started saying people's screen names again, and they're like, "Hey, you don't know who this is, baby?" Zai. Oh, right. Hey, Zai. How are you doing, man? This was our Dark Angel Fallen player in our group.
I miss my Dark Angel. I should paint them soon.
I'm interested in how your lore is now that the Fallen, or most of the Fallen, have rejoined the Lion, though, now.
Oh, have they mostly? I don't know, but I wonder what the Lion's going to say to Gillen.
Yeah, there's a meeting coming up that they've hinted at in the lore.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was Titus that received the message. Fitting.
Yeah, when there's a book of where the Lion comes back and is found again, he basically finds a bunch of fallen that weren't, that didn't want to follow chaos. They were just, in that kind of in the limbo zone, where they're banished from their chapter, but they don't want to follow chaos. And so he was like, all right, if you can swear your loyalty to me, basically he'll give him full pardon. They became the inner circle. Not the inner circle, the inner circle companions. Been out of 40K so long, I'm only just now catching up with the Dark Angel lore. Oh, right on.
All I have to say to that is beep, 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 beep.
Welcome back to 40K, my friend.
Not to you, just the watchers in dark. Anyway.
All right. So these are our picks for the week. We got can you say the name for me again? I'm so bad with names.
Polano Miniatures.
Polano Miniatures here on Instagram. We've got Thomas Menodier on Facebook. Both are down in the description below. Please check them out. And of course, big thank you to Brother Rob joining me as always. Charles, by the way, gave you a sub earlier. Thank you so much, Charles.
Thank you.
And we have a couple of articles we're going to look at next. And the main one, the thumbnail of tonight's show.
It's not the Lash Whip. Because I do be liking some of that Tyranny Prime with that Lash Whip.
I was about to say, you like the Tyranny Prime or the Whip?
Oh no, it's cool. It's like it belongs in Slaaneshi Army.
I have that pulled up so that way if Ashley shows up, Ashley from Gamers with Coffee plays Tyranids, so
nice.
She might like to see it. All right, close out our Instagram, close out our Facebook or Bookface.
If that ain't hentai, I don't know what. Anyway.
That is the big guy killer. There we go. The new Imperial Knight Destriers strides into battle. Okay. I attempted to fit in a midnight pun somewhere in the title, although I ended up not. But if you
you should only mention it halfway through the show.
I didn't go with it, but if you look at the size here, it is definitely is substantially bigger than an Armiger, but not quite up to a Questora's size. So it was a good mid-sized knight.
Yeah, I like him.
I
I
think so.
like
This
them.
is the Questoris, right? And
Yeah.
then even bigger than that, you have the Castellan and the
Right.
Valiant, right? And so I think it is like literally the middle between the Castellan Valiant, which I forget what that class of knight is called,
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
I have
the armature.
one, and Corbin actually built one. They're almost the same size as the Questoras, actually. What he did to his is that they have a ring to make the waist a little longer, so it looks a little taller because it makes sense that it would be taller than the Questoras, but it's about the same size. It's not that much
Hmm.
of a
I don't know. The ones I saw at the convention all seemed significantly, maybe an inch or two bigger
really.
than uh, my knight, but maybe I'm just remembering it differently.
No, I don't know.
Or maybe it was just how they had it, posed on the
Just
base and
remember
stuff like that.
Corbin's. I remember comparing it to my night, and I was like, "Wait a second, they're about the same size." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's why I got an extra ring to make it look taller." So most people who buy it get that extra ring. I would.
Zai says also, like if I got back in, it probably wouldn't be Astartes. Reavers and aggressors are so bad, but they're my favorite primaries. I think aggressors are still great. Um,
Play whichever.
aggressors always make my points back when I put them on the table. They're really great anti-infantry, and since there's a lot of armies going horde mode now,
Mm.
the sheer amount of volume. Of course, I feel like the only real way to run aggressors at the moment is to run them 6 at a time in big blocks. But yeah, for the most part, I think aggressors are still doing great, especially with the points reductions they've gotten. I'm sorry, I thought I muted myself, but I missed the button. So I didn't mean to cough into the mic.
That's okay.
All right, back to the article.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Forge World's Agrippina stands in the path of the Iron Warriors, led by Warsmith Kravek, Morn,
Wait,
and his
Forge Roll what?
Agrippina. No,
Okay, I just wanted to clear that. Got it. No, you may continue. I just wanted to. Okay. Okay.
I forgot about that last week.
I mean, oh, that's an interesting naming convention. I'm just saying, out of all the names in the entire universe that you could have chosen. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Let's continue. I mean, and it's shorter than the Questoris. You see that, right? It's a height thing. It's just all right. Anyway, just me.
And
It's just
even the
me.
warlike Archmagus Thulia Gould needs a spot of help. Ancient oaths sworn by nearby night worlds are called upon, and they're not just sending the towering war machines we know and love. Gosh, this looks so cool. I love the spear
Yeah.
and the Gatling cannon.
Yeah. I must have 4 of them.
Right. I was thinking I don't quite have enough points for my Imperial Knight army
Look at that thing.
yet.
I do have enough points, but I don't care. Plenty of points.
See, the spear is what makes me like the
It looks like
Lancer.
it injects and then
Oh
comes
yeah,
back out like it pumps.
yeah, exactly. Have you ever seen the show Big O? Not a porn; it's an anime. Just thought I'd say that. But anyways, in the show,
Thrust forward.
yeah, in the show Big O, he's got these huge power fists, right? But
Yeah.
on the back of the forearms for this
Yeah.
robot, he's got these huge pistons that inject forward and slam with secondary kinetic force.
Yes.
So yeah,
Exactly right. It's gonna thrust forward.
exactly. That spear's
What was
just
the name of this thing again?
the Destrier.
Oh no, this. Oh, the world of Agrippina. Oh no, that's
Oh
okay.
yeah, the Forge World Agrippina. So where this?
Oh, that's a Forge World. Oh, well,
Yeah.
I can see that it definitely has that flavor. I love it. I love it. I'm in.
Agri what now?
I'm all in. That's it.
It's the Forge World Agrippa penis. It's a very intimate Forge World. But out of all the other Forge Worlds, this one stands up all amongst its other Forge Worlds.
Oh gosh.
And this
Better get
Forge world needs
demonetized
to
now.
erect their defenses
Oh shoot.
against the oncoming Iron Warriors. All right. Uh, also, I think this salad style faceplate here looks super
Oh
cool,
yeah.
very knightly.
Yes.
Then this one, oh my gosh,
Oh my gosh.
that looks really cool too.
I
Very
love
knightly.
that. Yes.
Knights Destrier make use of their exceptional agility to close with the enemy and engage face to face with devastating thunder shock spears. That sounds so badass. And Bellatus Reaper chainswords.
Yes.
The former are enormous rocket-assisted power lances capable of punching through the heaviest armor, while the latter are versatile blades that can sweep through entire squads aside or grind through singular tough targets. A few surviving stragglers can hardly be considered lucky either, as they've only lasted long enough to get locked in sights of a chastiser Gatling cannon. That is an interesting name. Or a frag bombard. Oops. I don't know if the frag is going to be any good because, like in in Space Marines and Imperial Guard so far, frag weapons are not good at all. But man, they look like cool weapons.
I mean, from that angle, it kind of looks like a duffel bag. Something leaning out the front. But of the side angle, it looks cool. I like the big thing. The bullets going into the chamber. The rounds.
Does it help you grip better? Does it help you grip a pina?
The Knight's Destrier Belisarius class chassis is slightly shorter than the Questor's Knight. It's significantly larger than the Armiger's. You've read this, haven't you?
Nope.
Oh. Assigned to lesser bondsmen. They are favored by the aggressive nobles who long for the cut-thirst brutality of melee combat, where they can rapidly seek out an enemy behemoths, and earn glory with a single rocket boost thrust, the colossal power blade.
Darklight Dreamer says, when the Agrippinas show up, one can't help but stand at full attention. I would paint some, but it's hard. We're so mature.
This incredible new Imperial Knights kit will be joining the battle at the same time as their Adeptus Mechanicus allies when the next narrative expansion for Warhammer 40,000 drops in. We've already seen loads of new miniatures, so surely it's time to look at the books themselves. Come back next week to find out.
Oh, hell yeah.
On the next episode of Warhammer Community.
Dragon Balls. Wait. All right. I didn't want to show this next article. Okay. So far, these knights look awesome.
Yes. I love
what's the meme? I like them. I want them. Give me 12 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put them in the collection.
Now, this next one is literally just for you. I myself would skip right over these, but being that I have a pretty awesome painting player of Tau on the channel, I guess I'll take a look at this next one.
Fantastic.
Here we go.
The twin lance.
The twin lances.
Yeah, it does look. They do look interesting for sure. It's nice to have Tau, but I'll wait until they change it up officially. Once they give me a combat patrol box, then I'll be out.
If you know anything about the Tau Empire, you'll have heard of Montka and Cao the twin martial philosophies from the cornerstone of the Firecast combat doctrine. Montka, or the killing blow, is all about hitting the enemy as hard as possible at their most valuable point. And Commander Farsight was the undisputed master of the strategy. Then he went renegade, leaving the Ethereals an almighty PR nightmare to sort out. Many years later, they decided that the time had come for a new face of Mont Ka to step forward and inspire young fire warriors. And after an extensive vetting process, they chose Relantar and Relokai, widely known as the Twin Lance.
Nice. This pair of exemplary battlesuit pilots weren't always the killing blows personified. But after a nasty incident involving Gene Stealer Patriarch, their team leaders, innards, they began to churn with ruthless aggression to take any chance they could to eradicate their foes at point blank range. The thing is, unlike their disgraced predecessor, they don't need a magic sword to do it. They just keep shooting.
No.
Movement 10, toughness 6, 2 up save. Nice. 6 wounds, leadership of 6, and objective control 2 with a 4 up end bone. Nice. Nice. So it looks like it has a fusion eliminator. Nice. Let's go 2 up, strength 10, AP minus 4, D6. Nice. That's tasty. 2 attacks. The Ion Scatter Cannon, the standard and overcharge, always overcharge. The game's too short. 4 attacks, 2 up, strength 8, minus 3 AP, 3 damage. That's a solid 3 damage each. That's nice.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Shard Burst System, and it's a range of 18. Shard Burst System is a pistol. Not really impressive, but it's a pistol, right? So you've got D6 attacks, 2 up ballistic skills, 5 strength, negative 1 IP, and 1 damage. Same thing with the pulse pistol. Only thing is you get in 2 damage with it, and you get a ballistic skill of 2 up, which is really that's definitely going to connect to something. And 2 wounds are 2 wounds, right? You're doing 2 damage. Got some melee weapons. All right, that's right. Got some melee weapons. Wow. Okay, I just had to take that moment to appreciate that. Fusion Eliminator again. 1 attack, 4 up, strength 10, minus 4 AP, D6 plus 2 damage. That's spicy. And then we have the Ion Scatter Cannon, which is extra attacks. It's 3 attacks, 4 up. 7 strength, minus 2 AP at 2 damage constant. The pulse pistol as well, as you can use in melee range, which is 4 attacks, 3 up, a 3 up, 6 up, minus 1 AP, 2 damage. So not bad at all. And you have the Neo capacitor shields. So at the start of your opponent's charge phase, you can select 1 enemy unit, excluding the monster and vehicle units, and within 12 inches of this unit. That unit must take a battle shock test, and until the end of the turn, subtract 1 from the charge rolls made for that unit. You cannot charge the Tau. That is always frustrating. It's just one more barrier to get in, which I like. It's really good. And examples of Monkai. Each time the model in the suit makes a ranged attack that targets the closest eligible target, that attack has sustained hits 1 and ignores cover abilities. Ooh.
That is all pretty crazy. I do want to point out something that is extremely interesting. Notice their melee weapons are all shooting attacks.
Yes.
Pistols, the cannons, the fusion, and I know that's what they described up here. They don't need a magic sword; they just keep shooting.
Yeah.
And I wonder, and as a melee player myself, I really hope the answer is not. But I wonder if this is like testing the waters or something we might see going into 11th edition.
Make it a well-rounded army.
If there'll be more units in 11th that can just shoot in combat, in which case I am not looking forward to. Look at that big old fusion cannon, strength 10, minus 4, D6 plus 2, being shot with a freaking almost a bloody near las cannon in combat. Sounds awful. And then those shields are crazy because not only are they making it less likely that you're going to make your charge,
Right.
but also the fact that you're battle shocking them.
Mhm.
So I know a lot of times your most armies are going to pass their battle shock, but every time you make them roll, there's a chance that they won't, right?
Yeah.
So you could also be making it less likely that they're going to um, be able to use a stratagem in combat because they're battle shocked. And something that I don't think a lot of people have considered is that if they're battle shocked, that means you can't even re-roll the charge
Yep.
because technically re-roll is a stratagem,
That's right.
you know. And so,
Yep. No
uh,
stratagems.
yeah, so like you could just like you're getting 1 inch off and you can't re-roll your charge now. That's pretty interesting,
Yeah.
you know. So and then no stratagem support. So like if normally you would trigger something crazy like fight on death in case they put that that fusion cannon to your face. Well, at least they can fight on death.
Yeah. No, they
Like
can.
yeah. So let me turn off your abilities. Let
Mhm.
me shorten your charge. Let me stop your rerolls. We're fighting on my terms. Like it's kind of intimidating.
And that shield is, I think, in my head canon, giving them the 4-up and vulnerable save.
I mean that's fair. And then on top of that, you've got of course the every attack getting sustained hits and ignoring cover as long as they're
Oh yeah.
shooting at the closest one.
Closest enemy. Yeah.
But I mean, with their high movement
Mhm.
and just being a very mobile stealth suit or not mobile suit but battle suit, their stuff is only 18 inches anyway, so you're pretty much going to be positioning them to the closest unit you want. They're going to be like your scalpel, just taking out whatever unit you want them to, each turn. And so now we're going from what is it, 4 overcharged plasma shots a turn to possibly getting 6, on an
Mm.
average roll, with those sustained hits. So that's pretty impressive. Then your 2 shots from the fusion cannon, possibly going up to, you know, uh, 3, depending on if you roll any 6s.
Mhm.
Like it's pretty crazy.
It really is. It's nice. It makes me want to pick these up and paint them. Although I should play the Tau. I do have it painted. It's ready. I just I
And
should
then
play them.
and then like you said, the fact that you can't catch them, they can finish their fight phase and then jetpack away.
Oh,
That's
cool.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, the 10-inch movement. It's nice.
Oh well, I mean the 6 inches, the retro thrusters ability.
Oh, right.
They finish the fight phase, then they just bloop.
They're out.
Yep. Could also be pretty good for moving onto an objective.
Mhm.
You fight them whether on your turn or their turn, and they're just like, "Oh, that's the end of the fight phase," because it doesn't say whose fight phase. So it's like you attack them, they still get a free movement if you don't wipe them out, or if they attack you, they can fight you and then boop drop onto an objective.
Oh,
Pretty crazy.
that is pretty crazy. It says here that punching people is old hat, and that the Tau are never good at it anyway. So the Earthcast have come up with a rather marvelous battlesuit-sized pulse pistol that's light and snappy enough to shoot in close quarters. And the twin lands are so used to fighting in press melee that they can aim and shoot their guns as easily as someone might swing a sword. By flipping the combat rule book on its head, they become absolute monsters in close combat who can take on mass hordes or elite warriors as the situation requires. Now, don't forget, they're vehicles too, so they can take advantage of big guns never tire rule to continue blazing away, even when engaged in melee. Every bit the Warhammer battlesuit is designed for lethality. At close range, especially the large necrocapacitor shields that store and release kinetic energy to blunt charges. You always want to be one who makes the charge with these two. After all, so every inch is taken off the enemy's charge attempt is worth its weight in gold. Then again, if you find yourself out of position, it's not too big of a deal to, as our experienced pilots can engage their retro thrusters and scoot away to safety, like Mythos said. They can fire them fairly often too, as the ability triggers in both players' fight phase. Wow. Whether they were involved in the scrap or not. Farsight? Who's Farsight? We care only about Sunsteer and Scatterflare, our new Munkai exemplars. Come back later this week to catch the data sheets for the other new characters shown off during the World of Champions preview. Berkerd, Stormbrow, and the Tyrannid Prime with the Lash Whip. Whoosh. All right, look at that, that fire.
Yeah, the fire looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Like the blue.
Also, I got to say, these guys are super intimidating, not only because their abilities are really cool, but also any really good gun platform that has a 4-up invul save and can't be tied up in combat is pretty scary.
Yeah, it really is. And their droids have scarves.
Oh, yeah. If you watch any of, like the ninja in a Capcom game, like Strider, Ryu Hayabasa, the ninja that has the scarves always wins. Ninja Gaiden, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you got to watch out the ones that have the scarves.
Strider, I remember that.
All right, we're swapping again to one of the other new characters just mentioned. Thomas, good evening, my brother. Hell works. Hello. And we got some laughs from X-Gear Commander with our highbrow humor. All right, we're swapping over to Barrick Stormbrow.
Barrick Stormbrow. I like to tell how it works. Only because somebody made fun of me and I was done. I was done. I've seeked revenge. Although I haven't seen him and he won't play me. He's scared.
All right, the premier big guy killer in the Leagues of Votann. I almost read that as League of Legends.
I mean,
his new data sheet.
Sure. I'm down.
We've been talking a lot lately about space pirates, what with the Maelstrom, Lair of the Tyrant coming out, and Huron Blackheart launching yet another raid. As much as we love to root for these free-spirited hijinks, there are some who lost patience with the Galaxy Raiders and Reavers long ago. Can't blame them, really. I may do Tau in a Tron theme, says Hellworks.
Nice.
Barrick Stormbrow is such a chap when it comes to the orc freebooters, and he's a certified grade A hater. I like it. The rough and ready champion of the Chthonian Berserks has battled their marauding kind hundreds of times, and with all that experience, it's no wonder he's an absolute monster on the battlefield. Hold
on a second. They're mentioning freebooters. Do you think we're going to get freebooters for 11th edition starter box? That would be so cool. I'd be in. I'd be all in on that.
Kind of like my opinion about Blood Angels or Dark Angels, I think we're going to get orcs, and I think separately we may get some freebooters upgrades, like a character, a certain freebooters character, and other kinds of upgrades. But I imagine it'll be like generic Space Marines versus generic orcs, so they can sell the boxes to as many players as possible. And then we'll get a side of freebooters and a side of whatever kind of
space. Throw a unit of freebooters in
there. Man, look at his face. This guy needs some Noxema or something.
Yeah. For real. He's like scale mail on his fires.
Yeah.
I'm not a Votann lover personally, but I love the aesthetic. Like, I'm glad other people play it so I can play against it.
Yeah. Like, I kind of at some point would maybe want to paint up a squad or two. I don't think I'd like to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
freebooters are a possibility on the cards, and they absolutely can be.
I hope so.
I just think, like, sales wise, it makes the most sense to go generic for Orcs and Space Marines and go aside of the others, because then you're going to open your, instead of selling to a minority in each faction, you're selling to all of the faction with a higher possibility of sales. You know what I mean?
That's true. But what if freebooters become their own faction?
I doubt they'd split up their orc players like that. But
when it comes to GW, I would not be surprised if they do anything.
Darklight says, I wonder if anyone's ever done a multi-battle narrative campaign where units can level up and get upgrades to their kit to take in the next battle in that narrative. They actually do have a campaign mode where you can, I don't think like your squads and units can get upgrades, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but you can definitely do that with, no wait, you can actually. I remember now my Terminators had once per game can fight first. So yeah, you actually can, and it's like, what is the campaign mode called? It's called
what was it? Oh my gosh!
But yes, there is a campaign mode that lets you level up and stuff like that.
Path to Glory, is it, or something like that?
Path to Glory's AOS version of it. But
that's AOS version of it. Okay.
And like you keep track throughout the series of which characters and units scored how many kills.
Yep. And you get requisitions.
Yep. And they can also, you can take wounds to that unit and stuff like that. Yeah, it's very cool. Maybe units that die can get replaced by fresh troops, but surviving. Yes, that happens too. And you can, it's harder because, like, well, when you take casualties during a game, you roll off to see if something permanent happens to them. Sometimes they get a debuff. Sometimes they lose a buff that they gained before. And then sometimes you do lose the unit. So yeah, that kind of thing can happen. But you're also getting what they call acquisition points. And you can use the acquisition points to add a new unit and stuff like that. So you can kind of, use those points to bring in fresh troops and stuff like that. So it is very cool. I had a very neat had a neat Terminator captain, and my Terminators could always, my Terminator unit could always fight first. Well, not always, once per game. And yeah, it was just some cool buffs that I was able to get permanently on my guys.
Nice.
And then I had one where, like, one of my units, I think it was my jet bike unit, that could take they had a debuff on them where there's like, it was called a battle scar, but their battle scar was like always considered battle shocked, so they couldn't take objectives and they couldn't have stratagems used on them. But I ended up, there's a way you could use one of your previous buffs. You can ditch the buff to not take the scar. And I was like, I definitely don't want my bikes never being able to use a stratagem. That would be Crusade. That's the name of it. Thank you, Hellworks.
Crusade, yes. I gotta try that.
Crusade is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have like any other, game that you got to spend a lot of time on, it's games like that are all about the people you have available to do those things with,
Yeah.
But you get a good group together for that. That could be super fun. All right, Barrack Stormbrow. We're looking at a standard 6-inch movement. Toughness 6, so he's nice and hardy. I think that's the same toughness that Custodians and Terminators have. Or no, Custodians and Aggressors. I think Terminators are only toughness 5. He has a 5-up save, but also a 5-up invulse save. So his save can never be better than a 5, but no lower than a 5. It's got a 7-up leadership and an objective control of 1, pretty standard for a character. He is an epic hero, so like all named heroes, you can only have one of his kind. And he can be a leader specifically to the Berserks, nothing else. He's got a 4-up Feel No Pain. And his abilities are called Break the Foe. Melee weapons equipped by models in this unit have the sustained hits 1. Very nice. And Relentless Avalanche. You can target this model's unit with heroic intervention for 0 CP. and can do so even if you've already targeted a different unit with that stratagem this phase. Very nice. Being able to intervene on your opponent's turn is very handy ability if you can position yourself correctly. His melee weapons are called, oh my gosh, Cromlock's Revenge, and you can have Graviton Strikes mode or Plasma Sweeps. If you go with the Graviton Strikes, which I assume is the hammer side, you get 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, strength 10, armor piercing value of 2, and flat 4 damage, which is some pretty mean strikes.
Such a big hammer for such a little guy.
And not only are you doing 4 damage a hit, okay, strength 10, not quite heavy enough to knock out the bigger tanks. Most of those are going to be, toughness 11, 12. But we have here anti-monster 3+, and
Nice.
anti-vehicle 3+. So
You got right through it then.
yeah, you're just always wounding on 3s if you're targeting a big boy. And anything that's bit smaller than that, you're not, that strength 10 is going to handle everything. So that's a pretty awesome ability right there.
Really
And we took swinging 4 times, but since you're automatically going to have sustained hits, you're probably going to land an extra hit or 2 in there. Ooh, don't forget the new character creator in Maelstrom. Oh, I'll talk about that in just a second. Thank you. So yeah, you can intervene. You can get in all those hits. You're going to be anti-vehicle, anti-monster. That's why he's listed as the big guy killers, because you can just throw this guy at the biggest foes. Now, with the 5-up save, he's probably going to be like a glass cannon, do a bunch of damage, and then probably killed in turn. But if you use him correctly, though, he can take out some massive threats. He's also got the Warforged Gauntlets, probably in that other hand holding up the orc head. Extra attacks, and if you can swing 2 extra times, hitting on 2, strength 6 minus 2 AP, 1 damage. It's only 1 damage and minus 2, but I mean, for a couple of extra hits, that's not bad at all. No. If you choose not to go with the anti-monster, anti-vehicle, you could go with the Plasma Sweeps, swinging 8 times instead of 4. And you're going to still have strength 7, minus 2 AP, 2 damage. That is a great way to cleave through Space Marines right there. 8 attacks. Again, with that sustained hits 1, you're probably going to land a good 10 attacks. Strength 7. So even up to Terminator, aggressive armor, you're still going to be wounding on 3s. And that minus 2 damage will cut right through Space Marines. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Would you like to take the bottom half of the article?
Sure. Let me get it right here. His unique weapon, Cromlock for Revenge, combines Voton Plasma Blade and Mass Driver technologies, giving Barrick the option of scything groups of lesser foes down or smashing bigger beasties to a pulp. The Graviton Strikes mode is especially gnarly and can punch gaping holes in battle tanks. Yes, we spotted. He can punch people with a Warforged gauntlets at the same time. He's got 2 hands. What else is he going to do with the other? Unlike the Twin Lance pair that we had a look at on Monday, Barrick can join a unit and inspires them to fight all the harder in his presence, giving Chthonian Berserks the Sustains Hit 1 ability leads to some pretty epic carnage. And since their concussion mauls also pack the anti-monster 3, and anti-vehicle 3 roll, big guys really hate to see him working together. If you prefer to keep them back as the mother of all deterrents, well, that's fine too, as the ability to launch heroic intervention for free will make anyone possessed of 2 brain cells think twice before trying to pick off some of their nearby comrades. Just make sure that you have Sagtor nearby to ferry him up the board when it's time to crack skull.
That's
Such
pretty
awesome,
awesome.
yeah, such awesome killing potential shouldn't be wasted. Who do you rate better in a fight, Beric Stormbrow or the Twin Lance? Twin Lance, we can we can't forget that there's still new Tyranid Pride yet to join the scrum. So come back later this week to see how they stack up against the rest of our newcomers. He lost his original arm in the duel with Capon, who has since earned his lasting ire. Captain, that's the captain of the freebooters. That's what I'm saying. Freebooters, man.
The captain.
It's the captain. We ain't
Crunch
talking about
ties.
crunch.
Oh my gosh! If I took this, if I played freebooters, anytime I got him into combat, I'd have to say, "Crunchitize him, Captain."
You have to. Crumpletize them. They don't get soggy in milk.
Oh, I miss Captain Crunch.
Yeah, they do get soggy in milk. They just do. I'm really, really stoked for D&D this weekend. I haven't seen them in 2 months.
All right, the last thing. Ooh, we are right at 9. Do we have time to look at the whip?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we'll make it quick.
Don't make it nay. That guy ended up in jail. There you go.
Wasn't Shanae a character on Martin? I think so. Anyways. First look at the data sheet for the new Tyranid Prime with Lash Whip.
Those are that's just tentacle, man. Look at it.
It's a tentacle with a handle.
It's bro. That is some.
That doesn't sound better, does it?
That's no, and it has claws at the end. That's just like, can't unsee. Like 2 red rock. I'm gonna stop.
Darklight says that's why I only pour a little Captain Crunch at a time, so they don't have a chance to get soggy.
Yeah.
You know, I actually I pour a whole bowl at a time because I don't mind the last little bit or a little bit. Like for me, they don't go fully soggy in time, but I do eat kind of fast. But like if you let them get just a little bit soggy, that milk gets so much better.
Listen, you gotta go full degenerate and then pull a whole bowl of cereal and then fill it up with the milk and eat that. And when there's milk left over, add more cereal. And then when you put too much cereal, add more milk. And before you know it, the box is just gone.
Oh man. Oh, and Captain Crunch was one of those that were great to just eat like a popcorn snack, you know, right out of the box. Of course, eating it that way will shred the roof of your mouth, but it was so worth it. I mean, my gums were bleeding, but at the same time,
it's just so good.
It's just so good. I wonder why I have diabetes now. These things are probably not related. All right.
Hive mind. The hive mind of the Tyranids is an ever-adapting intelligence reacting to change conditions by creating new bioforms to send into battle. Some of these highly specialized, such as the psychic zoanthropes and infiltrating liquids, while others respond to be effective against a wide variety of threats. The new Tyranid Prime with Lash Whip is such a beast. This terrifying Tyranid is a battlefield leader, creating to push forward the enemy lines and heading a host of bioforms and devastate the enemy. To be weak, fleshy guardsmen or Eldari, yum, which protected space marines or Necrons, crunchy, or even mighty battle tanks. I thought they weren't interested in the Necrons. They could break your teeth. To this end, the hive mind has seen fit to give it a variety of melee weapons suited for any tank. The Tyranid Prime thrives in combat and is geared up to get with the toughness 5 and 6 wounds and a 3-up save. It's pretty strong on its own. More likely to find it leading units of Hormagaunts and Termagants, or either flavor of Tyranid warriors. Sure, your opponents can try to cut through the 20 Hormigons to get to the Prime, but its aggressive leader beast ability will make them regret such a choice. No, no. It gives a D6 surge move to the Prime's unit, like me after I have monster. One once per enemy shooting phase, letting it get even closer at the cost of two expendable bodies. Needs turning. Once it reaches combat, the Prime has three weapons to choose from, each tailored to different type of foe. Lots of weak enemies standing in your path. Well, break out the Lash Whip or 8 attacks of Hentai Power. At Strength 4, doing 1 damage each. Uh, Power Armored, trying to ruin your day. 16 Scything Talon Sweep and its Strength 6 damage 2 should sort them out. Anything bigger? What she said. The Rendering Claw, with its Strength 8, damage 3 attacks, should make a dent. Oh, did we mention we have a AP minus 2? And that Alpha Warrior ability gives him sustains hit. Oh, now we did. As the leader beast, the Tyranid Prime with snaps. I wish more people had when they were driving. Meaning that nearby Tyranids benefit from resistance to battle shock. And thanks to the Warhammer 40,000 battle slates, +1 strength to their melee weapon, which makes the Prime's own attacks that much more effective. And it forces nearby enemies to subtract 1 from their Shadow in the Warp, including battle shock test, which is really just a bonus for you getting your Prime up close and personal with the foe. You'll soon be able to pre-order the Tyranid Prime with a Lash Whip soon. The update Tyranid Faction Pack, which includes a new data sheet, which I do love the faction packs. I love that they're doing that. Will also be available for Warhammer community downloads page soon, so you can start planning your Hive Fleet's next adaptation. I love that they put the battle cards available in their faction packs. Have you seen them?
I haven't.
Packs? They're great. They're really awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Oh
So,
yeah.
knowing the internet being the internet, how long do you think it is before somebody makes a 3D print of a sexy dominatrix
I
tier?
mean, yeah, there it is. There it is.
I'm pretty sure like that file may already be out somewhere. Like
Just whip it. Whip it good. Da-na-na-na-na. Crack that whip.
Dominatrix Tyranid can't hurt you. Dominatrix Tyranid isn't real.
In the corner in a fetal position.
Oh man.
Oh. That's some great stuff.
Well, that is our show for tonight, guys. That brings us just a little bit past 9 o'clock. Look at that spider right in the camera before you guys go to sleep.
That's right. Right before you go to sleep, here goes your nightmare. Hey, how are you?
You'll go to bed thinking of giant spiders and dominatrix tyranids.
I mean, we give the best images in this show.
And of course, this stream will take place on Forge World Agrippina. So,
all the words they could have chosen. Like
any closing thoughts for you tonight, brother?
Yeah, go out there and touch some grass and meet somebody before you Agrippina. Plenty of fish in the sea. I mean, all I can say is, if you have a hobby addiction, please seek help. If you have to go to debt because of your hobby, you're doing it wrong. If you don't have enough for food, I've seen memes of people like, oh, it's dinner, and they pull out minis out of their air fryer. If it gets that bad, don't. If you want to be successful, just put a little aside as hobby money, like $20. I don't know. whatever you can afford, and then enjoy the hobby your way. That's all. Have some fun. If you're not having fun, then it's not the hobby for you. So hobby on,
That's right.
rock on,
That's
learn
fair.
something new. Paint every miniature to increase at least one skill, even if that skill is just throwing paint on a thing and see what happens.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I gotta say, even though it's my third unit chipping away, I was very nervous about chipping this unit, and I accidentally put off the chipping step for a few weeks. And
It's
I'm glad
fun.
now that I've got it done.
Yeah.
So
Take your thing
sometimes
that's nicely painted and just mess it all up. It's fun. Like, I love it. It adds texture to it, more volume. It adds contrast.
Darklight says, my closing thoughts, why must I work a double shift when all I want to do is play the new Resident Evil 9? Hashtag adulting sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother, but try not to work too hard tomorrow. And yeah, be careful on your double shift tomorrow. I know the more tired we get, the more likely we have a chance to get ourselves hurt. So
Sure.
be careful on that double shift.
Yeah.
If you guys like tonight's episode, please make sure that you smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. And drop us some comments down below. Feel free to be any part of any of tonight's ridiculous conversations. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to this guy over here at the Miniatures Paintbrush, if you're not subscribed to our friends down below in the Friends of Wolfbrother Hobbies, and if you're not subscribed to this guy here, we'd love to have you as part of the pack. So please subscribe. And until next time, guys,
Stay frosty.